is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's Water Malone. Inside of Water Malone.
This is my senior year. I'm like, all right, I got all this free time on my hands. What do I want to do? Start making YouTube videos. Like, that's time consuming.
It is.
But I've been watching Vines for like 2 or 3 months because it came out January 2013. Finally decided to start making them in May, and then had a lot of fun doing it. Kept making them, and then within, I think, like 6 weeks was when I posted. Yeah. Over the summer was when everything started to take off. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So I just kept doing it. I think it's because it makes it easier to deal with the discomfort we have with whatever we haven't worked through yet. Like, I think some of the best comedians are able to take things that are very taboo and talk about them in a way that people haven't considered before.
Yeah.
That's extremely relatable, or is just outright funny. I heard this quote one time. I think my friend said it. Super wise dude. I'm probably gonna butcher it. I'm gonna paraphrase it, but anything that you can't criticize is an idol.
And Smith with the steal. Smith with the hesitation dribble, and that throws Miller.
And I was like, hey Dad, I got I was like, oh Dad, I got something I want to talk to you about. It's like, what's up?
Boy saw shaking.
Already before I even got it out.
Hands shaking, he starts sweating in the car.
It's like, so I decided I don't want to play basketball going into college. And this was his response. Kid you not, you could ask him this. Probably this is the first time I ever heard him say anything like this too, which is like massive. It's all good now. Just before, I want to preface this before I say what I'm going to say. He goes,
action in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Diamond Podcast. We got a good one today. We have content creator. I don't even know what his title is. Content creator, social media influencer, anime creator, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And I would also add comedian in there. You might have seen this man when Vine was still a thing. Mr. Water Malone. We have Chaz Smith in the building. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Why just all right? I need you to
Because
be good.
I'm just being honest. I'm like, I don't know, it was a long drive. I'm in OC now.
Yeah, you are in OC.
Yeah.
You were in LA before.
Yeah, like I was walking across the street. I didn't even get a chance. I hardly got a chance to get out my car. I'm walking across the street. Dude in a, what was it? I don't know, Porsche or something, like threatening to run me over. He sees me getting out. My door's been open for 30 seconds at this point.
What do you
I'm
mean
looking
threatening to run you
like
over?
I'm getting.
this
I was
hyperbole?
I'm already getting out the car.
Okay.
Beginning my walk across the street, and he's looking me dead in my eyes, just pushing the car forward. I'm back in LA. You know, so I'm all right.
Well, I want to get into it. Would you say Vine is a thing that like blew you up?
Yeah. I'd say that was the start.
Yeah, the Water Malone. Tell me about that. Like,
I was bored.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good.
I played basketball all the way through high school, but I knew I always wanted to do something in entertainment, just whatever. Did not think it was going to be social media related. I made a couple YouTube videos first because when I decided like, I don't want to play basketball anymore going into college. This is my senior year. I'm like, all right, I got all this free time on my hands. What do I want to do? Start making YouTube videos. Like, that's time consuming.
It is.
But I've been watching Vines for like 2 or 3 months because it came out January 2013. Finally decided to start making them in May, and then had a lot of fun doing it. Kept making them, and then within, I think, like 6 weeks was when I posted. Yeah. Over the summer was when everything started to take off. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So I just kept doing it.
Yeah. What made you stop wanting to play basketball? And did your parents like kind of push you into basketball because of your height?
My dad in particular.
Okay. Yeah.
So he played in the NBA for the Clippers, Knicks, and Spurs.
Sorry.
It is what it is.
I believe purple and gold when you say Clippers is like, oh.
You a Lakers fan?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but he always wanted me to play because he played.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I never really wanted to. I more so wanted to play just to please him.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the thing that I had I was super passionate about.
And you have to be passionate about that to make it to that level.
It's a job.
It is.
Especially going into college, like you're a full-time student.
Full-time
athlete. Be a
athlete.
full-time athlete, yeah.
Yep.
So it's a lot of work. I just knew like I'm not being honest with myself if I keep playing with this.
So how did your parents feel when you decided to like?
My mom was cool with it. My dad was not.
Wasn't?
He was not cool with it. Took him a minute to adjust, but it was a funny story. We would go on vacation to this spot. It was like a really nice like family area on the East Coast every summer. And this one summer we went when I like finally started making vines. People would always recognize him wherever he goes. Still now, just either whether it's for his height because he's 6'10",
Yeah,
massive,
6'10".
My mom's 5'4", I'm 6'3", so she like stifled
she stifled you a little bit your growth. Ooh.
But people always point him out for his height, or then every now and then people will recognize him because that's Charles Smith, he played in the league. And so there was this one time we were on vacation. He comes home and he was like bewildered. I was like, "What happened?" He said, "Yeah, I was walking outside and I saw a group of kids like cross the street and they were pointing at me, yelling." I was like, "Oh, they probably recognize me." And one of them yells out, "Look, it's Grandpa Water Malone!" And he started cracking up.
Grandpa Water Malone.
Not even like Papa Water Malone. That would be kind of weird. Like Daddy Water Malone.
Daddy.
Ugh. But when that happened, he was like, "Oh snap, something's actually going on here."
This is a thing.
Yeah. And
so how was that conversation when you decided to say, "Yo, Dad"? Like, how did that go?
Oof. I was in the car
Ooh.
on what was it? Heading back home from practice one day, I think. And I knew I had to tell him. I had already told my mom because I knew she was gonna be cool with it.
Yeah.
I need like that was gonna boost my confidence a little bit. And so I'm in the passenger seat. He's driving. We're on the highway. I remember exactly where we were in New Jersey on the 280.
That's how
So
you
clear.
know this is a memory.
This is a core memory.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, Dad, I got." I was like, "Yo, Dad, I got something I want to talk to you about." He's like, "What's up?"
Voice all shaking,
Already before I even got it out.
hands shaking, he starts sweating in the car.
It's like, so I decided I don't want to play basketball going into college. And this was his response. Kid you not, you could ask him this. Probably. This is the first time I ever heard him say anything like this too. It was just like massive. It's all good now. Just before, I want to preface this before I say what I'm going to say. He goes, "Oh, okay. Really feel like you could have made it to the NBA." I said, "Now you want to say?" I turned, like, you know that cry when you just like angry? I was looking out the window like this. I was so mad. But yeah, ultimately it's fine. Like I knew, even looking back, I was like, I never really wanted to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's straight.
So when Vine kicked off, what was your plan? Did you say like, "Yo, this is, I'm going viral. I'm going to continue to become," because like at that time, Vine was what, 2013, 2014?
Yeah.
At that time, social media isn't what it is today. So what was your like goal? Was it just to, like keep posting and see where it would take you? Like what was the plan?
There was
no plan.
There was no
You just wanted to
plan.
have fun.
Actually, my plan was, because I started making Vines in my summer 2013 as I was going into my freshman year of college. And by the end of my freshman year, because I took a video class, I decided, I want to go into film production full time. I wasn't even thinking of Vine as anything.
Yeah.
Like that was also, I wasn't really considering social media as a career.
As a career.
Again,
at that time, it wasn't a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So like freshman year, I was like, I want to go to NYU for grad school, get into like Tisch, the film production program. Never want to go to LA. That's what I said. So funny.
And you ended up in LA.
Yeah, that's another story. I by the end of my senior year of college, I had gotten into NYU and had an internship in LA at a production company for 2 months, June and July. So I was like, "Oh, dope. I'll be able to go learn some stuff in LA, come right back to the East Coast and start at grad school in September." At the end of my time in LA, something clicked and I was like, "Wait a minute. I've been just not even trying and just having fun making content. I got like hundreds of thousands of followers just off of having fun. Maybe there's something here.
Yeah.
Like, Lord, you might be doing something."
Yep.
So that was when I decided, like, I'm going to just give this a try. I could always go back to school later, but why not strike while the iron's still hot,
Yeah.
you know? And so that was when I decided to keep making content and not go to school for film production.
Okay.
And then that was at the end of August, and then by like December, January going into the next year was when everything really started to take off.
Which was what, like 2015?
This was 2017 going into 2018.
2018? Okay.
Yeah. That was when YouTube started taking off more. Facebook took off. Instagram took off. And then a couple years later, TikTok took off. And there was never really a plan for it. I was just like, let me just try and see what happens. And it just worked out.
Have you always been that type of guy where it's just like, you know, who knows where this will lead, but I'm just going to do my thing?
No, not in everything. I think in that particular area, that's how it worked out. Just only social media.
Only social media? Mm-hmm.
For other stuff, I'm like, I tend to be like a plan A, no plan B type person.
Really?
Yeah, I'm more of an put all your eggs in one basket.
One basket?
Yeah.
You think there's benefit in that?
It's I think it's not a true story, but like I think it was debunked that's not a true story. But there's this principle, this idea that like, or the story that was told about these people who were going to war on these ships, and there was like they were trying to land on an island or on the shore or whatever, and their enemies that they were fighting, it would have been easy for them to push them back. So the leader, general of the army, told them like, yo, burn the ships, because then it's like, oh, we have no other option. It's either we beat them or we die.
Yeah.
Like there's no, so I mean it kind of puts in some ways a healthy pressure on me to be like, hey, let me take this seriously, not be flippant about what I'm doing, and really go in and figure out, and like just by any means necessary, do what I got to do.
Yeah.
So that's a benefit.
Yeah.
It's not the most practical way to do stuff.
It's gotten you far though.
Yeah, but there's also, I know in my mind, like if this, whatever I'm doing doesn't work out, there are always other options I can go to.
Yeah.
But I'm not like planning them out.
Yeah.
You know?
Were your parents people of faith? Because your content has, you know, streams of faith in there. So were your parents people of faith? How did that affect you? And do you think God had a sense of humor, or do you think he just created you to prove that he did?
Okay. You asked two different questions there. I'm gonna answer the first one first, about my parents. So my family and I grew up going to church from the time I was really young. That's one thing. On the other side, I know I knew the Lord from a very young age, because there's plenty of people who go to church and just never know Jesus for real. My mom and her mother, the two greatest influences, had like some of the greatest impact on me growing up, in terms of my walk with the Lord. So, yes, absolutely. Like my whole family go to church together. In terms of God having a sense of humor, absolutely. There's different stories in scripture that I read that I think are just so funny.
Go lay it out.
That go over people's heads, because it's like, it's not written for the sake of, you know, of comedy narratively. But like one moment I always laugh at is when Jesus was talking with the woman at the well. And I know you're like, what are you
what part of that story is?
Like he's talking with the woman at the well, and all the disciples go off to like go get some food because they were hungry. And they asked him like, well, before she gets there, like they're like, yo, Jesus is about to go into town, grab some food. Anything you want? He's like, I got that food you don't know about. They're like, what are you talking about? And they come back and I forgot the exact order, but correct, whatever. Anyway, I think that's hilarious. Just like all their faces. Did you ever watch Tangent? You ever watch Roll Bounce?
Yes, I've seen Roll Bounce.
You remember that moment when they were all like staring at Bow Wow talking to I think it was Megan Good, and they were like, "Yo, what was he saying?" And one of them was like, "Oh,
yeah,
no,
because that's kind of like a weird
ham sandwich."
That's kind of like a weird thing for Jesus to say.
Yeah, it was just like he was being serious, but it's so funny because the reactions are like, "Yo, wait, did somebody go get him food when we were looking? Like, what happened?" I think that's so funny. I don't think I told it in the most funny way, but
if you were, I couldn't imagine you being a disciple during that time. You would probably be cracking up at Jesus, and he's just trying to be like, bruh,
yeah,
I'm being serious in this moment. I am living water.
But then on top of that, when they come back, he's already knowing what they're thinking, just purely off their facial expressions alone, because they're watching him talk to this woman one-on-one at the well after he just told them like, nah, I'm gonna stay here. And they're like, what's going on? Like, yo, Jesus, you good? So I think bottom line, I feel like the fact that we have senses of humor and that laughter is so important to human connection and relationship is evidence in itself.
Yeah.
That God has a sense of humor. Just like we're made in his likeness.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know when this will air, so I'm not gonna say this is recent, but the Drewski skit.
Yeah.
Okay, like comedy makes in church spaces people a little bit uncomfortable at times. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because there's a level of truth and honesty in some of these skits that people do? Because like you have the Kev on stages that come in churches and kind of clown on some church culture. Why do you think comedy in church spaces sometimes is like a little awkward?
I think because people idolize church culture and think that everything about church is meant to be
Serious?
taken seriously,
Yeah.
or it's supposed to be treated only with reverence. There's some stuff, a lot of stuff with modern church culture, especially in the West, that really needs to go. And I don't know, I can't really say what Drewski's intent on it. I don't think he was necessarily trying to make a commentary on it. I think he was just pointing out things that he sees that are true, that are kind of wild,
Yeah.
and making light of that. I think that's great. I think it was funny. And I think people were offended because there are things about it
That are true.
Are very true. Absolutely. But I feel like people hold on too tightly to, I mean, kind of like the Pharisees a little bit, like their old traditions and ways of doing stuff. And whenever somebody
I was gonna
pokes
ask,
at it, yeah.
like, do you think the church confuses reverence with rigidity? Like to have reverence for God and to because a lot of people had an issue with Drewski because they're like, oh, he's mocking the church, yada yada.
People are saying he's mocking God
Mocking-
as well. Nah.
And the issue is like, if he's mirroring exactly what he sees, like we too, whoever he's like imitating, I mean, it says a lot about those type of people because he didn't do anything that was necessarily like fault. He didn't make anything up. He was kind of just really mimicking.
I heard this quote one time. I think my friend said it. Super wise dude. I'm probably gonna butcher it. I'm gonna paraphrase it, but anything that you can't criticize is an idol. Like if there's something that I did not word that well, the way he said it was just like, oh, that was perfect. But if there's something that you hold close to that you have, and you see nothing, like, or a person, culture, whatever, and you see nothing wrong with it, then that it's very likely that you're holding it in a place of idolatry. I think that's something that like came out in all the comments and commentary that people are making.
I know people are going crazy about it, but I do think it's a little bit like the Pharisees who are trying to like, this is the way to do it. How dare you this? And it's like, they miss what's right in front of them because they are tied down to their idea of religion and law. And you still see threads of that in church culture where it's like, we're missing Jesus a little bit because we're trying to stay tied down to this law. And like, I think joy is one of the things we miss. Like I too think God has a sense of humor. He gave us the ability to laugh. And you look at some church people, you're like, are you good? Do you have the joy of the Lord? Because it's giving not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think there is, and maybe it's a generational thing, there is this confusion with like reverence and honoring a space with like being rigid. And yeah, I just think life would be so much better if people could laugh. Church is a place where we can laugh.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to take stuff more lightly and just consider like sometimes what somebody needs isn't necessarily like scripture or a verse or encouragement. Sometimes it's just like a joke. You know, joy is like medicine for people, you know? Like
Let me be devil's advocate. Okay, just to poke holes. I agree with you. You have the religious person who's like, no, scripture is the end all be all. It is all sufficient. It is the only thing you need. Well, how would you push back to that?
Yeah. I'll say this, like, we're human. We need to connect with people. People need to feel seen and loved and known. That's the reason why Jesus, like, God didn't just give us the Bible. He gave us his son. Like, he showed up here in person to have relationships, not just preach at us. Like, he sat with people, you know? An example, there was a few years ago, a friend of mine was like, opened up to me about how he was really struggling with something, feeling depressed and just like, whatever, all this stuff. And I was like, yo, bro, I think you just need to worship and spend time with the Lord. He was like, cool, but I'm here because I need to He didn't say it to me in the moment, but he got really mad at me. He ended up telling me later. But he was like, yo, that was so tone deaf. Like, I'm pouring my heart out to you. I really just needed you to be with me in that moment. You didn't even need to say anything for real. But I think sometimes we just try to, I think we just try to spiritualize everything in a way that's not healthy. Like you can make an argument and say that everything is spiritual, sure. But I think sometimes, like just considering Proverbs, sometimes like it's better to talk less and just sit and listen. Like be slow to speak, quick to listen. Sometimes like I can't remember the exact reference, but like in many words, it's like the more you speak it, the more likely it is for you to come up with like some type of error or transgression or just say too much. Sometimes you just need to sit with people. So going back to like what you were mentioning before about, I don't know, people saying like, oh no, everything needs to be XYZ. Nah, not really. Be a person to them. Like just be first. You might not need to say anything at all.
Just be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has anybody benefited by your content that you post online?
Has anybody? Yeah, I'd say a lot of people have. Yeah, I think so.
What content are they offended by mostly?
Oh, offended. I thought you said benefited.
No,
anybody been?
no, benefited.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
yes.
I'm talking about offended.
Absolutely.
And who's more offended? Like Christian people or non-Christian people?
Oh man, no. I mean, like I don't really make stuff that's necessarily offensive and coming at people, but there's certain things where like, I think when we make fun of things that are very true and uncomfortable, that's when people start to get offended. Like
what? Give me an example.
So there's this video I posted last year where it was like I was sitting in a church in a pew, and the caption said when you're 4 hours away from your wedding night and Jesus comes back. And I had like I was sitting. I could probably just play the video if you want to show the visual, but I was like shaking in my seat, and then the trumpet sounds, and then I was like, it just disappeared.
Nuh-uh.
And people were like, and the super Christians came in saying stuff like, "Well, brother, you know our relationship with the Lord is the greatest thing." Yes, I agree. This is a joke, though.
Yeah.
You know, people have emotions and desires and feelings. You know what I mean? Like.
Every time I post something where I try to be
this?
funny, people are in my comments going in on me. And I'm like, guys, it's
not that serious,
joke.
Man. Relax.
And it's mostly my religious family that are like, I'm like, oh my gosh. What's the wildest DM that you've gotten online? Oh my God, those eyes are scaring me.
I don't think I could
say it?
Yeah.
Why not?
Let me think. There's different types of wild.
I want all of them. Not in my DMs, but I want to hear all of the wild ones in your DMs.
Yeah. It's been inappropriate ones.
Bless it.
Quick blocks.
Quick block.
Matumbo. You know? What's a wild one? Let me think. Y'all can edit this. Give me a second to think. I really wanna think one out. Hold on. Oh, yeah. I mean, advances from dudes.
That's a word to use, advances.
Yeah. Like, just super bold with it, too. Like, nah, we don't, I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'll swing that way. What else? I think, like.
Because your following is huge, and I'm sure you get a plethora of interesting people flooded your way. Yeah. Has it made dating hard?
Has it made dating? Has the like the following that I have made dating hard? I don't know. I actually don't date too often. I don't like people very often.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
hold on. What do you mean? Break it down. So, what do you mean you don't like people often?
I mean, like, I don't meet people very often where I'm like, yo, I'm really interested in getting to know this person and pursue them. That's what I mean by that. Like, people ask, oh, why aren't you in a relationship yet? I don't like nobody. Like, what do you want me to do? It's simple. Yeah, I feel like even just recently, like as of very recently, I feel like that's just not something I need to be focused on right now. Anyway, which is tough because like I really definitely want to be married and want to be in a healthy relationship and all that. But I'm like, am I in a spot to really give the required amount of time and attention to someone to where like they feel seen and appreciated, where it's healthy, where we're both growing, where it makes sense. I've only been in one relationship my entire life. It lasted a month and a half. That was it. Not unless you also want to count the like 2-month relationship in 8th grade.
Okay, that doesn't count.
Yeah, in my adulthood, I've been in one relationship and been on like I've not been on. I've probably been on dates with 5 different people total, something like that.
Do you feel pressure from online or maybe even like religious spaces to hurry up and like find that person? Do you ever feel that pressure?
Not from other people.
Okay.
If anything, it's just like my own self.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's. Yeah, that's it. That's my answer.
He's like, yeah, and I'm done.
That's it.
I want to go back to like humor because when you go on your page, you have it's like nonstop
It's a
sense of
mess.
humor. Yeah, and I'm obsessed with it. But do you think that some people laugh through some unresolved pain and issue? Why do you think people are so connected to comedy that speaks to, you know, some parts of ourselves that are like we shouldn't joke about?
I think it's because it makes it easier to deal with the discomfort we have with whatever we haven't worked through yet. Like I think some of the best comedians are able to take things that are very taboo and talk about them in a way that people haven't considered before.
Yeah.
That's extremely relatable, or is just outright funny. Dave Chappelle is my favorite comedian because of
the
how
GOAT.
he's so great at doing that. At this point, he's like not even really making jokes as much anymore. He's just like telling stories
He's just
that are true.
and it's funny.
And it's funny largely because it's just true.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of times it's because it's so uncomfortable. So I think that's something that helps. In one way, it can help us open the door to be able to start working through stuff, but also it like just takes the load off, because when we think of things that are uncomfortable or difficult that we haven't worked through yet, it can just feel weighty. When we're able to laugh about them, it's like we can relax. It literally releases chemicals in our brain that tell us to relax. And chill out. We're good. You don't need to be on, like self-preservation mode all the time.
Do you think through your, like, and I'm going to go into like a content like lane right now. Do you think of your content that you're going to post being that this is like your full-time job, or are you just recording your life and it just tracks with the world?
It depends. I think for certain videos, I'll have to think them out. And when I was on Vine, I wasn't thinking about nothing.
You
I
were
was
just posting.
Like, if something pops into my head, it's funny, I'm making it, I'm posting it. I think I overthink stuff now, and I don't post as much as I probably would if I didn't think so much
You
about
posted something recently though, and as I'm looking at you, I'm reminded of your haircut situation.
Yeah.
Tell it, because what do you mean somebody put hair clips to give you a fade?
That was terrible.
And was this person like of African descent?
No, absolutely not.
That's your fault.
He was
Then.
Latino. So it's like halfway, but you know what I mean? Like it was like, because some they say hit or miss. You know what I mean? Like I know some Dominicans that would slice you up right.
So how'd you find this person?
That's the thing. Like I said, I just moved to Orange County.
Oh, it was in Orange County. That makes end of story. You got a Latino in Orange County to give you a fade. No shade. If you're from Orange County, you're Latino.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, like there are good barbers. I think as I mentioned in the video, I was like, why are all these cuts saying like $75, $80? I'm not doing that. So I'm like, oh, here's one for $45. I check the pictures. Oh, that one looks nice. That's a black dude. He clearly knows how to do a fade. That picture was not his. No way he took that picture. He did not do that haircut. That was not his lineup. Those are not his hands.
So how did the haircut start? This is so off tangent, but it was phenomenal. How did the haircut start?
With a lot of fear in his eyes. He did not know what he was doing from the very jump. Like,
you didn't think to like get up out the chair? Because like when you mess up a fade or push back a hairline, it could jack a brother up.
I didn't let him touch my hairline, because I already knew where that was going.
Oh, you didn't?
I did not. I stopped him. I stopped him. I made sure he did not. I've since found a dope barber.
Wait, no,
Great.
you need to go back to the hair
But
clips.
this man, I showed him a picture of exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
Like, it's perfect. You could go on my profile, see the video. And he was like, all right, cool. And he turns around and grabs hair clips and just puts them in the side of my head to like separate.
To separate where he was going to give you a fade?
I don't know anybody who does fades like that at all. Like
No, that's the thing.
he was probably still in barber school. Had to be.
No, because like whose barber school is teaching you to clip somebody's side of their hair and give them a fade? I would have
He
immediately
might've,
got up. I would have immediately.
Yeah,
I would have immediately got up.
Yeah, I should have.
Or I'd be like, hey, is there a reason why there's clips?
I told him that, and then he took him out. I told him, I was like, yo need to use clips to do the fade, bro. He's like, oh, word? All right.
Oh, word. It's crazy.
It's like, why am I
and
telling
you
you
stayed in the
how to give me a
chair.
haircut? That was my
I
fault, man.
fully blame.
I was desperate.
You are responsible for
I
this.
take accountability for it.
As you
I take
should. I'm glad you
accountability.
did.
I was I didn't.
And you're in Orange County?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I had to go to Anaheim to find my dude. So
Yeah, Anaheim's more like the lane. Where was the city before?
where was that?
Were you?
I was 10 minutes from there, wherever it was. It wasn't far. It was not far. But
Well,
I
your
looked
hair
at the pictures.
Anybody can upload
Online.
any type of picture and
But
say
it
they
wa-
did it.
I didn't know.
Well, clearly. and your fade was interesting.
There wasn't one. It was non-existent. It was absent.
How much did you pay him? Did you tip him?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Got
yeah.
a discount. I shouldn't have paid anything for it. I didn't want to be mean. I don't know.
That's the worst. Where it's like, I'm like that with my nails. I'll see my lady do my nails, and
Yeah, there's got to be an equivalent for women.
Oh,
or something like that.
because women with the hair, like we don't mess with that.
Yeah.
At least I don't. But with my nails, I am hesitant to say, "Yo, like, what are you doing to my?" And there was one time this girl was trying to match my toenail color to my fingernails.
Okay.
And the match was not matching. And
So your toenails are already done.
no, my
She
nails
was
are
doing
already
it.
done.
Your nails are done
from
but
a
she's
different
doing it.
person. Went to go
Okay.
get my toes done. She needed to match them, and I'm like, I have milky white, and my toenails look like foil.
Huh?
They were like, you could.
That's a
it was
completely
like
different color
reflective.
palette.
Like I could see myself on my toenails.
Trying to give you translucent toes?
No, it was literally translucent, and I was like,
What was that website? What was that website?
Wiki
you were
feet. Oh my
talking about
god.
earlier?
Okay, before the pod. Okay, the fact that this is becoming a feet thing, and I don't mean to go here, but there's a website called Wiki Feet, and you're not on it, which is a blessing.
Good.
But you might be after this conversation. I'm not saying to put you on Wiki Feet, but
I will find whoever.
do you show your feet a lot?
No.
Okay, then you should be fine.
I don't.
You should be fine.
Have I?
Oh, you
I
have?
dislocated my foot.
And you did videos
Last
about it?
year,
Oh, it'll
yeah.
definitely. Were your feet ashy in the videos?
No.
Okay,
I
you
don't
should be
think so.
fine. You should be fine. You should be
I
fine.
think so. But I mean, I got like hooper feet after playing for like 10 years.
I got hooper feet too, but pretty hooper feet. I don't have ugly hooper feet.
I mean, my feet aren't bad though, for real. Why? We can stop talking about feet.
But yeah, I back to the toenails. So
Yeah.
midway through the she was doing my toes and I could see myself in my toenails. I didn't have the heart to say.
That's how I felt.
I felt so bad, and she
Right.
was like, "Oh, look nice, look nice." And I'm like,
Wait, what was that? What was that? What was that supposed to be right there?
I'll tell you what she said.
Was that like,
no, I'll tell
wait,
you
was
what
that like a half-hearted
it
commitment
was
to
like
an
half-hearted.
accent?
She said they look nice, and I was like, yeah, I could see myself in them. This is not okay. I didn't say that, but in my head I did, and I was
She
just
put
like,
the mirrors on them dogs.
she did,
That's
and I was
crazy.
like, this is which one I'm gonna take.
She said, I can see myself.
I'm gonna take.
in
I'm
them.
gonna
That's
take an
crazy.
L in this one.
Oh man.
So but when it comes to my hair, like yours is worse because I can cover up my toes. You can't
Yeah.
cover up a bad fade.
Wear hats for like.
Oh, you
2
have to wear
weeks.
some hats?
My hair does grow back pretty quickly.
Oh,
but
praise God.
I got it fixed the next day.
You went to who'd you go to?
It's
Somebody in
called
Anaheim?
Lions Den Barbershop.
That sounds familiar.
It's in Anaheim. I forgot what street it's on. He looked me up.
People who are melanated
black,
and
yes.
okay, I was just
Yes,
I
he
was
knows
just
what he's
wondering.
doing.
You learned your lesson. Praise God. Back to humor. Have you ever felt pressure to tone yourself down to be taken seriously?
Yeah.
Spiritually.
Still.
How does that affect you personally?
It keeps me from really creating freely. I was actually thinking about that on the way over. That exact question. Because I like when people meet me, there's been so many times where like people will meet me after seeing what I create online and they expect me to act a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the outgoing extra, like it comes off as extroverted or whatever, the way I present myself. I'm one of the most chillest dudes that I know.
Yeah.
I'm inside most of the day. Probably 10% of the time I'll be outgoing or whatever, but that's just, I still enjoy creating stuff like that. So that's what I put out online. And so people just assume that I'm not a very serious, down-to-earth person. And then there's times where I feel like I got to make up for that.
Yeah.
And that's not good. Like it makes me overanalyze what type of stuff I should be putting out or not be putting out. And then, I think it just can hold me back from.
How do you push through that? How do you push back?
Still working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the point of this podcast. Like, I love to hear that's something that you're still trying to figure out. There's a lot of content creators that I think are in the same, whether you're a content creator, whether you're in the middle of trying to build your career or business or whatever, where you're just trying to figure that out. But I do think there is this pressure, especially online. Like you live a lot of your life, not a lot, but like you share a lot of your life publicly.
What I choose to.
What you choose to share. Yeah. How do you decipher how much you're gonna give the audience of you?
I don't know. I think it really just comes down to like, is this something funny that I want to put online in the moment? Most of the time, that answer is a no.
Really?
So, yeah. I really don't post that much. I don't put much of my life online at all. I prefer to be low key and more private. So what people see is just like, there's the 10% of the time that I'm like really outgoing, probably 10 or less % of that.
And that's what people are getting.
Yeah.
So who is Chaz the other 90% of the time?
Laid back, calm, genuine dude, like going for hikes.
You like hiking?
Not like
Sorry, I said that really rude.
Not like
the
rock
hikers.
climbing, hiking. It's like nature walks and stuff. But I do like going up steep mountains. So yes, sometimes.
Like with friends, like by yourself.
Solo.
Are you listening to music when you do this?
Sometimes, or I'll bring a speaker and I'll listen to music at the top. That's fine.
Oh, like having a holy moment?
No, it's like sometimes, maybe most of the time it's like laid back jazz fusion.
So you go hike and you get to the top and you put on jazz.
Just solitude, smooth.
You know what? I wouldn't expect that from you. The hiking is questionable, but your music choice is great.
So there's I would say, you know how people be like, oh, what music you listen to? A little bit of everything. No, you don't.
No, yeah.
I have like a very particular range of music that I'm comfortable with.
What's the range?
Lo-fi, jazz, fusion, soul, mix of that, like Nujabes, if you've heard of him. Probably not.
No, I haven't.
No? Yeah.
Sorry.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Hiatus Coyote is dope. That's probably my favorite band ever. Listen to a decent amount of Christian hip hop because it's just like a bunch of friends that like make that type of music. Love R&B and soul. Like Cleo Soul's a dope option.
We were just talking about Cleo Soul. That's my girl.
Madison Ryan Ward makes amazing music.
Yeah. I thought she was black at first, and then
everybody does.
Yeah, that girl got soul. And then I saw her face. I was like, "Whoa, there!" Even like Moonchild is another one I love. It's a group, but
have you heard of Hillary?
No, is it a group or a person?
Single person.
No,
She's dope. Incredibly
Vanilla?
dope. Nah, she's Filipino. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to check her out.
Yeah, she's super dope.
No Country. Good. I was about to kick you out this room right now. Walk out now.
Oh, curveball.
Who?
I listen to a lot of orchestra and like video game and movie scores.
Really?
Yes.
At the top of the mountain when you're
Yes. Yep. Or on the way up. On the way up.
hiking?
Yeah.
We're gonna pray for you after this. What? Okay, so hiking, hanging out with friends, you're chill, you're low key.
Kickbacks, video games.
What do you feel like people misunderstand about you?
They think that I'm a goofball 24/7. I'm not. Mm-hmm. I think that people probably think I'm on the childish end. I can't be childish, goofy, but I think I'm. Most of the time, I'm way more like serious, contemplative, introspective. You know, my social battery runs out pretty quickly.
Are you introvert or extrovert?
I am an extroverted introvert.
So
or an
am I.
extrovert who's always on low power mode.
That's me. I was gonna throw layering to it. My producer. Sorry to put your business out there, but he's male version of me, and we're all in the same. Like charismatic when we need to be, but
Yes.
really like enjoy solitude. And
Absolutely.
the social battery recently, it gets drained very. It's like a bad iPhone battery.
Yeah.
That's what I'm at.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
like
iPhone 15, bad.
something I've recognized recently is like, how am I don't think maybe we can talk this out right now. in the
Okay,
moment.
talk it out. This is
So I recognize that I overcommit to people or hangouts, stuff like that, because I don't want to disappoint people.
the people pleasing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I've known about the people pleasing thing. But this is like a specific aspect of it. Like people will reach out like, yo, let's grab food, let's hang, let's go do this. I'm like, I do want to spend time with this person. I also don't want them to feel rejected or disappointed. But I won't prioritize the fact or recognize like, yo, where's my energy level at? What do I actually have time for or the space for? And can I just feel okay with saying no? Like, can I do that this year? You know what I mean?
Are you there? Where are you at with
Now that I've recognized it, I'm like, I did it yesterday.
Oh, I'm
did it
proud of you.
yesterday. Yeah.
That's big for people.
It is big.
No, it is.
This is serious.
Give him his flowers.
Where you at? I got no flower. Some on the wall. That was important because like I was talking myself through it. I'm like, yo, I told this person a month ago that I want to go to this thing that he invited me to, and now I realize like not only do I not really want to, it's more so like I don't think I have the capacity. I don't have the capacity. You know what I mean?
I'm up right now.
And so I was like, oh wait, I committed to this.
Yeah.
But I'd rather do this thing that I feel like will be more life-giving right now. I don't want to disappoint dude, but I don't think it's about that. It's more so just like, yo, am I even going to be able to be really present? And afterward, where am I going to be at? So then I was like, hey, I know I said I'll do this thing, but I can't, man. I'm sorry. Got back out, blah, blah, blah. I think part of it is a fear of coming off as flaky, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have that same thing where it's I want to be a woman of my word, but it's also like when you commit to something 2-3 weeks before, you can't plan where your energy, your capacity will be at during that time, especially with people, and not to make an excuse for our trades and our careers, but as creatives, you go through ebbs and flows of your energy, and there's no really consistency in our schedules.
Yeah.
So you could be in a season where you're crazy busy and then you're not really doing anything. You can't really plan where somebody who has a 9-to-5, which is fine and great, they know They know these.
We don't know. I hope the
have
mic is
no-
peaking right now because that's how I feel.
So it's like we don't know. We can't plan
Sorry
for it.
For the headphones. My fault.
So I think that's where I've had more grace for my friends who are in the creative space that have committed to something and they're like, I don't have it in me. And I'm like, I get it. There was one season where I was overcommitting myself. And I knew that I had to change something when I had made plans. Or a friend had made plans. I was getting ready, literally on my way to go see this friend, and they backed out, and I was so happy that they did. I was like, oh my God, thank you.
Hold on, I need to pull up a meme.
Not the meme. The meme guy. I'm like, I'm so glad that you flaked on me. Thank you so much. And it was in that moment I realized something has to shift. I could have said no. Chelsea, I had full face on, lashes, eyebrows. We were ready to go. And she backed out. I said, oh, the Lord is my shepherd.
That is a very real experience.
And I had to change my yeses and my nos.
Yeah, I think just it's the beginning part. What you just mentioned is like what I was kind of talking about earlier. The fact that we need to like know in advance, like, hey, it's cool to just pull. And just also, I think even though we are creatives, there's ebbs and flows of creativity, all that energy. I think part of maturing in that way is recognizing like, if I know I'm going to be doing this today or whatever, how am I going to feel at this time? Or maybe just blocking out times of dedicated downtime where like, I already know it in advance. I'm not going to say yes to anything because it's going to be a long week. I don't want to be doing whatever. So planning is important for that reason. But this isn't the exact one, but it's really
what
similar.
I was just talking about.
Yeah.
What does it say? Read it. Oh, it changed. Go back.
Oh, what?
Go back. It's Patrick. If you can't see.
Me making plans in the group chat, knowing I'm not gonna show up anyway.
Literally, like, type in the chat if you're that person. Put a star in the chat.
The one I was trying to find is like it said when we make plans, but they back out last minute. And it's like it shows him like pulling covers over himself. It's the same picture.
No, literally. I knew.
gosh.
I was like, Chelsea, you could have said, why are you suffering your way into community? Like, I'm not showing up my best self. I'm not showing up present. But it's the people pleasing in me and not wanting to have a reputation of somebody that makes plans or backs out. You know what I'm saying?
Not being able to keep your word.
But also knowing like when I show up in spaces, I do want to show up as my best self. I'd rather that than show up and people get a Chelsea that they're not. They're like, this ain't her. My friends can tell the difference.
Do you live with roommates or you live solo?
I'm with after the shows that I was on, I'm with my family, but I'm about to live by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something I learned recently after having roommates for many years is when I come home, there needs to be a place of peace. I had like a lot of issues with my former roommate because I didn't know how to communicate that like, yo, when I'm on the couch and I'm on my phone or I'm watching the show,
leave me alone.
I don't want to talk.
Respectfully.
Leave me alone. You know that song? Yeah. When I'm in my room, I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
When I'm in my office, I'm working. When I'm on the couch, don't talk to me, please.
Leave.
I don't.
Hey Siri, play Jackie Hill Perry. Leave me alone.
That's when I'm plugged in. Like the couch is like plugging my if I'm a phone, sitting on the couch, like plugging my phone into the
Jackie Hill Perry on Spotify.
Oh, now let that play. Let that play real quick.
Hey, load it up, boss.
Yeah, watching my wrongs. Double trying to come at me, throwing that shit.
That
Leave
was
me alone.
not
I ain't trying to slide back for a week.
Oh my God, that was not planned.
You ain't really tap. What is you on? Please leave me alone.
It's off the new album.
Don't want me to start preaching.
That's from her new album. Wow, Jackie, you're welcome. Free plug. You could. I'll invoice you later. But yeah, I'm with my family right now, and they also too see this charismatic Chelsea online. When I'm speaking, teaching, podcasting, they see, or on TV, they see this, and then I get home and they kind of want that same, and I'm like, it's not that I'm switching up.
You're not gonna get it.
But you're not gonna get that. I am exhausted.
Not yet.
I need to recharge.
Yeah.
So when I get home, okay, let me just real quick. I went on The Amazing Race, a show, and where you race around the world competing for $1 million. And I went with my dad. Love him. Shout out to Jack Baham. However, comma, space bar. We would wake up, we had to sequester together. So you race and then you rest. So you can't leave your hotel room. You're stuck. I'm with my dad and we wake up
24/7.
like 24/7. We can't leave that room. Imagine being in this room 24/7. You can't leave. With your dad. Exactly. So I wake up. I'm like crust still in the eyes type. Like my voice, like I sound like a man. My voice is still deep type of wake up. Okay. I'm in that zone. And he wakes up and wants to have a full on deep conversation. I need at least 30 minutes for my brain to start functioning. And I was like, Dad,
at least.
Why are you talking right now? I just woke up. I still don't even know what my name is. And you want to sit here and reminisce on the leg of the race we raced 5 days ago? I don't care right now. Yeah. So they expect me to be like this Chelsea all the time, and I've had to set the expectation. Like when I get home, I need to recharge, and it needs to be a place of peace, which is why I'll be moving in by myself to kind of gain some of that back. But it's hard for people who online we have these sides of us that we show that people expect us to be like that all the time. So I sometimes feel this pressure to have to be on, so that people don't get let down for the Chelsea they expected when they walked in the room. But it's also freeing when you find those friends that
just let you rock.
They let you rock. I want my friends that lets me just go and just sit and not like I go over their house and just sit and not say nothing. Music is playing and we say absolutely nothing. Cam Sullivan Brown is one of those guys where it's like, I can go over his house. We don't say anything for 5 hours, and we're just sitting listening to me, and I'm happy. We are content. We ain't gotta talk.
I'm with you.
Those friends
on
are the best. Where it's
Yeah.
like you can be you, whatever version it
and
is.
they're not offended by it.
They're not offended by it.
Yeah, that's
You're not wondering, are you good? And those friends also know when you're not good.
Right.
But they also know
Yeah.
you just chilling.
right. And they pick up on it. Of course, you gotta communicate it better.
Yeah,
You gotta learn to
I've done a bad
communicate.
job at that.
But same.
But setting the
yeah.
expectation like, hey, when I'm this way, it's not because I'm mad. I literally, battery is on low power mode.
Yo,
Barely.
There are friends where one friend in particular I can think of where there have been times we have like an hour-long car drive and we're both silent, no music player, nothing. It seemed like some NPC type behavior, honestly.
Dude,
If
yeah.
I'm being honest. But it's like it's just what's needed. I need to be an NPC for a bit. You got to just log off.
And that hour,
Autopilot.
we don't got to talk the whole hour. It's okay. If
Nothing.
Nothing. And if I'm turning up the music, it's a sign.
Oh man!
Please,
there are other
please
friends
leave me
I
alone.
also love where I'm like, all right, we're driving back home, and they just want to keep starting the conversation. The music goes up, they're like, turn it back down.
Or they talk louder. It's like, read the
Yeah,
room.
like, hey, bro, But then it gets to the point where it's just like, hey, man, I just want to chill for a minute right now. Like,
But,
oh,
and
yeah,
I
my
feel
bad,
so
my
bad saying it.
Right.
It's like, yo, can you please shut up? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you say be quiet respectfully? So it's just like,
Yeah.
I've had to learn how to communicate my needs
Yes.
from a person that
Yes.
is a people pleaser. I think it's hard for me to tell my friends this is what I need. Or I just had a conversation with a friend yesterday, and my heart was just like gut wrenched. He is a friend I met online, and he hit me up. He has a huge community, and we've only physically met once. We're usually like online friends. And he hit me up and he's like, hey, did I do anything wrong? Because I feel like you stopped talking to me. The relationship kind of shifted. And I was like, I didn't know you had those expectations of me. But also I was in a season where I couldn't take on more relationships.
Yeah.
So I'm learning how to better communicate for those who are showing interest to be part of my life. Like, it's confrontation, and I hate those type of conversations. I'll confront in the workplace, in my career, but when it comes to people and friendships, I hesitate. But I tell that friend, like, I didn't have the capacity to invite another person in my life. I'm still trying to manage my life, my friendships and relationships that I have now. And I have to be okay with vocalizing, hey, this is like the season where I'm trying to figure out relationships.
Yeah.
This might not be a good time.
I get it.
Recovering people
It's
pleaser.
so important to be aware of that and then actually communicate.
Communicate it.
Yeah.
Because I'm aware. It's just getting it out that's difficult for me. Okay, I want to shift gears as we close out. Actually, before we talk about the logo you have on your jacket right now, we'll get into that. It's not a game, but I want to see
Okay.
what you think about this.
All right.
God told me conversations. God told me, the Holy Spirit told me, you were supposed to be my husband or my wife.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, it's like,
You mind telling him to tell me too? Because
especially when it comes to like husband and wife stuff, it's like, if you heard that, I should have heard that too.
yeah,
So how do you feel about that? Weird?
it's it is 99% of the time very weird. I know stories of friends who are happily married where they've both heard from the Lord.
Both.
The same
That's a huge component.
right. But when it's one, I can think of a lot of situations
Oh no.
where it didn't work out. Matter of fact, I can think of one where like the dude told the girl they ended up getting married. They just recently got divorced after having 3 kids together. Which is like there's a whole
was a God
there's a
told me
lot more
moment?
nuance and a lot more stuff going on in that relationship than I'm aware of.
Yeah.
But part of the woman's frustration upon reflection was like her desires and needs. And again, I don't know the fullness of the conversation or the relationship, but she went into the relationship not fully there, but felt like she should be because of that. There have been
Because he said God told me.
she avoided him for like 6 months after that.
I would
after he
too.
initially said it.
High key, yeah.
Yeah, and I've heard that from women a few times as well, where it don't.
Yeah. There was a guy that went on like had written a letter. It was like, the Holy Spirit told me you're my wife, yada, yada, yada. You know, I've gotten a few of those, but then from this particular person, found out that this letter was a reoccurring theme, and I was like, so Holy Spirit told you multiple women was gonna be your wife?
I don't think
Which
that
Holy
was-
Spirit you talking to?
I don't think that was the Holy
It's
Spirit.
the Spirit, but it ain't holy.
Yeah.
Moving on. Touch your neighbor energy. Turn to your neighbor. Touch him. How you feel about that?
Man, I see. Okay, touching. I don't like that. I'm already just like more on the don't talk to me side.
I don't like people.
So it's just no, but also like, can we just figure out a way to make it more personable? You know, like why we don't need to constantly
Be
like,
touching people
Like what
on
is the actual purpose of that? You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to make people feel more welcome. If that's it, then I still don't like it. Like it's just like teach, bro. You know,
Don't
like,
tell
yo,
me to turn my
We
neighbor
don't have to
into
do
a-
that. We don't because I'm not gonna do it, and the person next to me gonna be feeling awkward. I might give them like a, you know what I mean, just like a little head nod.
Especially if it's like
That's
turn
about
your
it.
neighbor and tell them you look good today, and it's like the outfit wasn't it. Do you know what
Or
I'm
they just
saying?
say something out of pocket.
It's like you want me to lie in
Yeah,
church.
like
it's unfortunate.
no.
Okay, last one. Christian dating culture.
That is a very large.
You want me to
know,
specify it?
Yeah,
I
can say something.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
That's
just something
very
just came to
broad.
mind.
You need to like
Yeah, I'll
specify
say
it. But let me
something.
say something.
I think that I can speak for myself. There are times where I have been on dates. Matter of fact, last year I went on a first date with somebody who was really cool, and I just got way too excited after.
What does that
Wasn't
mean?
good.
You
Like-
need to clarify that.
Like I think it's important to just slow down and be like, hey man. And I'll explain. So y'all know I'm not crazy. I'm not some crazy dude out here. All right. I think I'll just speak personally for myself. As I mentioned before, it's rare that I meet somebody where I'm like really interested in wanting to get to know them, and then like I don't know, it just feels like having a crush. You never had you get a crush and
Yeah.
you just get really excited and you want to talk to them, you want to keep getting to know them. She wasn't on that same wave, and so it
Were
was
you
probably
aware of that in the moment?
not really.
That's rough.
Not really.
Yeah.
I know she had a great time too because we were planning the second date at the end of the first date. I'm like,
Oh,
dope.
that's a good sign.
Yeah. And
Where'd
she
it go
was-
wrong?
Where it went wrong is like I think I was too overbearing. I wasn't hitting her up every day. Was
Okay.
not. But I think this is just my perception because this is not what was communicated. But I imagine like that might have been something that was going on that she might not have shared. I don't know. But I think that I probably could have just chilled out a bit, gave more space.
Okay.
Because it was a first date, you know?
Yeah.
I was just really excited. Because we had already planned the second one. I'm
You were
like, oh, cool.
excited.
You know?
Yeah.
I think it's okay to be excited. And also, I think for, like, there are times where that is how, like, relationships go. And I've heard stories of people where, like, the first time they meet, they stay up till 4 a.m. talking.
Yeah.
You know?
Won't be me.
This wasn't that.
Yeah.
So I think generally speaking, now that's for me. I think generally speaking, Christian dating culture, I think we can, maybe it's just people in general, but I think especially with Christians, we can get too excited to move on to the next thing because we are trying to faithfully wait until that we see someone that could be,
We get
you know,
excited.
answer. Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So were you going to say anything else specific to narrow down the conversation? Like, is there anything
Yeah, I
you
was
wanna-
gonna say, like, do you think the church does a great job at, and not that it's the church's full responsibility, but to talk about the reality of how difficult dating is today?
No. I don't think enough people do. Because dating isn't even a concept that's mentioned in scripture.
Yeah.
That makes it tough. I think that something I've been learning is how important friendships are. And really getting to know somebody on a solid personal level where it's like, because I think there are generally 3 factors or 4 factors that are very important in any like healthy relationship. I think this is also coming from a dude who's only been in one relationship. But hear me out first. Just give me a second.
Hear him out.
Give me a second. Hear me
him
out. All right. I think like one, spiritually, not necessarily spiritual maturity, but I think just having a genuine heart after the Lord, whether that person just is getting into their walk with the Lord or they've known him for decades, like their whole life. I think that, like, just being equally yoked in that sense is very important. I think being able to be friends with that person is very important. Like, do y'all get along? Do you like
like
each
this
other?
person?
Do you actually
You
like
like
each
the
other, or
person?
do you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the idea of the person?
Yeah. Do you enjoy them?
Right.
Yeah.
I think, and that's like a compatibility type thing.
Yeah.
Compatibility. Then there's suitability.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't come up with this concept first. Compatibility and suitability, two different things. I think suitability is just in terms of like, are y'all's purposes aligned?
Mm-hmm.
Are you on the same page? Morals, values, direction of life, the pace that you're moving. I think that needs to be very important. And then fourth, physical attraction is very important. Like, I think.
I would put that.
Yeah.
I would not reorder it, but I do think.
I'm saying like this is what I mean.
I say this from a girl that comes. I have very low standards.
Okay.
Love God,
Okay.
which is a high standard, but I'm saying I have very minimal standards.
Okay.
Love God, have all of your teeth, wash your cracks, and know how to spell.
Yeah.
Those are the.
All
But
right.
you
And
know.
read?
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
like the
reading is
difference
important.
between there, and there, your, the ability to comprehend
Grammar,
the difference.
all that.
Grammar is huge. You know, if you have a run-on sentence every text message, my brain
That's
is
ugly.
It
That's messy.
is. I gotta live with this for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna happen.
Wash your cracks. Hygiene is very important. Do you have all of your teeth?
Yeah.
And do you truly like fear the Lord?
Right.
It's hard to find somebody who fits all four of those categories. You got your four. I got my four.
It's
I
difficult.
gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think after having heard us out or heard me out, I think that's fair. You know.
Very fair.
So reiterate real quick, recap, summarize all that.
Okay, Pastor, preach.
Physical attraction. It's like when you. Like, it's like window shopping. It's like, do I like what I see? Okay, now I'm going
to the store.
Once you walk in the store,
Yes, that's a
once you
better way
walk
to
in
put
the
it.
store, yes, once you walk in the store, it's like, all right, it's the friendship there, the compatibility, suitability there, like mission, purpose, values, all that, and then the spiritual, like the heart of the person.
That's a
like,
great way to
spiritual,
put it.
You know, why did we start talking?
Because I asked about Christian dating culture.
Yeah, we don't talk about stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't enough in
don't.
church. I agree.
Yes.
Or just period, whether religious or not. I don't think that this is talked about enough. Okay, we'll end with this. Talk to me about the logo on your shirt. We talked about it a little bit before we hopped on camera, but let the people know about this series that you're working on.
Yeah. So this is
What had happened was
like, you know, I've been making content for years, but I've always wanted to do something since before I even hopped on Vine. Years before I hopped on Vine, I always said I want to do something that was like both entertaining but points people to the Lord in some way. All this, like, and then growing up, one of my family's favorite pastimes was watching movies together. My mom, dad, we go to Blockbuster, rent out like 2 or 3 movies and just watch them all repeat.
Yeah.
iRobot was a family favorite.
iRobot.
That was a great movie. It was very fun. It was enjoyable. It was very. It was
Just of all movies
a
that
movie.
you chose was iRobot.
It was like core memory.
Okay, love that for
know?
you. Love that for you.
You know, like it was just one of Agent Spooner. It was just one of those ones. Anyway, I always loved storytelling, movies, film production, all that stuff. Once I finished college, decided to start making content, and things started moving and progressing, I started feeling like I was growing, like numbers and all that, but I started feeling more and more dissatisfied with just making comedy, entertainment type content. And so 5 years ago, around this time, I started praying like, Lord, how do I do both? Like, I want to keep making people laugh. I enjoy that. I think I have a gift of teaching and preaching, but I don't feel like that's my lane either. How do I do both? And that was when I felt like started putting it on my heart to just work on this series. The idea was initially to just like retell biblical stories in a way that's easy for people to understand, modernize the language. And it was just going to be like a YouTube talking head, like, yo, so this happened and blah, blah, you know, just talking to the camera directly like that. And that was all it was initially. And then as time progressed, I'm giving a very shortened version. I eventually got to the point where I was like, you know what? No, I want to make a full-on animated series about the Bible that walks people through it. So I'm a big anime fan, right? Like, I love seeing
You like hiking, you like anime,
Uh-huh.
and you get your haircut in Orange County. There's some conversation we'll have to have.
It's at a black barber shop, though.
Okay, I was just pointing out facts here.
All right, he is a Negro, full blown.
Okay, full blown. Okay.
But yeah, I when we hear the gospel, we get the spoiler version of it, right? We hear the ending at the very beginning, and there was this one show I was watching. It's like one of my top 2 favorite all time. It's called Attack on Titan. It's beautiful, and seeing the ending of the show and just watching through it and seeing all these reveals, there were times where I would like jump up out of my seat, scream, run around my house. 'Cause I'm like, how the author tied everything together so well, right? And I thought about it. I was like, yo, I'm getting this. I feel like the only reason I'm getting this hype about, how could I be this hype about a show that's only been coming out for 10 years when the Bible exists? Why don't I get this excited about the Bible? Like, the author of Attack on Titan clearly knew the end from the beginning, but like that's literally the author of creation who knows the end from the beginning. You know, like all this stuff. And I was like, yo, it would be so cool if people could experience the narrative of Scripture, the story of creation, who God is, Jesus coming into the world to save us from sin, from ourselves, in a narrative progressive form where there's like just the experience progressive revelation rather than like out the gate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's something that believers will be able to glean from no matter how long they've been walking with the Lord, but also just something that will reach people who have no concept of the gospel because it's entertaining and just solid storytelling. So bottom line, this is, we did a Kickstarter for like the original YouTube idea, much lower budget because it was just gonna be a YouTube idea. And then once we started working on that, we're like, oh, we want to do more. We don't got the money for that yet though. So right now we're just currently working on the pilot episodes. Animation is mad expensive. Y'all, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Working on finishing the first 4 pilot episodes. We're gonna cover Daniel chapters 1 through 3. And then that'll be the proof of concept for the full-on, like, streaming-ready, high-quality animated show we want to produce in the future. So
where can people find the pilot episodes?
they're not out yet.
Okay,
Still working on them, but they will. You will be able to watch them on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. We're WHHW series across all platforms.
And you talk about it on your personal platform as well?
Yeah.
So people can follow you.
Chaz Smith on all platforms.
All platforms, right? I want to end with some wisdom that you would give the person watching this that might be in process like you are, trying to figure out what they want to do next, or they want to launch something. They've had a dream and they have some decision paralysis because they don't know what the outcome might look like. They don't know who's going to watch my content, who's going to care. What advice would you give that person who is in this in-between moment, who may have some paralysis and moving forward with the dreams that God's given them?
I'd say that it is going to feel uncomfortable, and that's just part of it. Like, if you, like, I'm just now getting into being consistent with like exercising again since I played basketball in high school. Just now getting back to it. It's uncomfortable for different reasons. Physically, it's uncomfortable because my body's sore in ways that, like, I haven't been used to in a while. It's uncomfortable because I'm like, dang, if I kept going, probably would have been stronger. If I'd started sooner, you know what I mean? It's uncomfortable because sometimes, you know, just for an example, like the environment that you're in, other people being around you, watching you, having eyes on you, opening up yourself to judgment and criticism. There's going to be a lot of things that are uncomfortable. Yeah. You cannot give that power over yourself, though. You got to recognize, like, okay, I'm going to be uncomfortable, and I'm going to do this anyway. I'm going to feel afraid or nervous or whatever, and I'm going to do it anyway. I'm probably going to keep caring what people think for a little bit. Maybe not. Might get over it, but I'm going to do it anyway regardless. I think that a lot of people don't start, or they stop, or they never end up moving forward because they just allow the discomfort that they feel to keep them caged up, but they're not really caged up. It's not actually there. Yeah. Push through the discomfort.
My professor in college, my speech coach, she said 2 things that stuck with me forever. She was like, baby, get comfortable with being uncomfortable in this field that you're in. Learn that uncomfortability is just a way of life for the field that you're going to enter. And also, she was like, when you get butterflies, make them fly in formation. You're in control of the nerves. Don't allow the emotion to come, but when that emotion comes, know that you have more control over it than you realize. So, man, this conversation was fun, fruitful. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yeah,
Chaz Smith. My God. Yes! Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the wrap
For the day.